Hello, this is Salvatore Vinciguerra. Welcome to this video on the St. Louis Cathedral in New Orleans, Louisiana. The St. Louis Cathedral is otherwise known as the Cathedral Basilica of St. Louis, King of France. It is the oldest cathedral in continuous use in what would become the United States of America. It is dedicated to St. Louis, also known as King Louis IX of France. The first church on the site was rebuilt in 1718. The third, under the Spanish rule, built in 1789, was raised to cathedral rank in 1793. The original St. Louis Cathedral was burned during the Great Fire of 1788 and was expanded and largely rebuilt and completed in the 1850s, with little of the 1789 structure remaining. The St. Louis Cathedral is located in the French Quarter next to Jackson Square and facing the Mississippi River in the heart of New Orleans, Louisiana, situated between the historic buildings of the Cabildo and the Presbytere. To the left of the St. Louis Cathedral is the Cabildo, the old city hall, now a museum, where the final version of the Louisiana Purchase was signed. To the cathedral's right is the Presbytere, built to match the Cabildo. The Presbytere was initially planned for housing the city's Roman Catholic priests and other church officials. At the start of the 19th century, it was adapted as a courthouse, and in the 20th century, it became a museum. Jackson Square is a park that sits in front of the St. Louis Cathedral. It's about the size of a city block, and it is dedicated to the hero of the Battle of New Orleans, Andrew Jackson, who is the 7th United States President. Now let's go and explore the inside of the St. Louis Cathedral. Compared to the party atmosphere that's right outside the cathedral, inside it is very quiet and meditative. Please be respectful of what's going on inside the cathedral, as sometimes it's open for people to pray, and they also do have live masses here throughout the week and on Sundays. Looking up at the top of the cathedral is very important because you get to see these beautiful paintings, and it is just spectacular to look at the amazing artwork that is inside of this extraordinary building. The church is a great place to visit in the French Quarter, as it provides some relief, especially during the hotter months, of visiting and touring New Orleans. The cathedral is free to the public, and sometimes you can actually catch a little bit of a tour going through, and sometimes the cathedral has their own tours that are free that you can kind of listen to as you're walking around the building. The gilded altar in the center is the high altar of the church, and it is designed in Rococo style and adorned with carved angels and flanked by statues of St. Peter and Paul. Statues of faith, hope, and charity look down from above. The wall behind the altar features a scene of King Louis IX calling the Seventh Crusade, and the panels, which are on the ceiling, depict the Nativity of Christ in the front of the church, Jesus addressing Peter in the center of the church, and St. Michael defeating the dragon in the back of the church. To the right of the altar is this simple pulpit, which features an elegantly carved scallop-shaped sounding board. There are two altars on either side of the main high altar. On the left side is the Madonna and Child, and on the right side is St. Joseph and Child, which is the baptistry in the north aisle. The array of flags displayed in the nave are the colors and insignias representing Vatican City, the coats of arms of the Basilica and the Diocese of New Orleans, as well as the various regimes that have ruled over New Orleans throughout its history. Notice the flag of the French Royalists, adorned with the 3 golden fleur-de-lis, and that of the Castile and Leon, bearing images of castles and lions. Don't forget to look in the back of the church, and you'll find this beautiful ornate organ. It actually works during masses and some weddings that they have here in the cathedral. You'll also find stained glass windows throughout the church. They depict the life of St. Louis, and they're right next to the Stations of the Cross. If you think that you sinned a little bit too much while visiting New Orleans, don't forget to check out the wooden confessional in the back of the church. The confessional is open when a priest is available. The St. Louis Cathedral has been visited by kings and emperors, princes and prime ministers, and most notably Pope John Paul II in 1987. Check out some of these papal artifacts which are located in the back of the church by the entrance. If you ask the right person at the church, you may actually get a tour of the crypt, which is a crawl space underneath the church, which is where hundreds of people are buried right underneath the floor of the St. Louis Cathedral. If you're interested in paranormal activity and ghosts that appear in the French Quarter, especially the St. Louis Cathedral, I highly suggest that you take one of those ghost tours that go throughout the entire French Quarter. Whether it's night or day, the St. Louis Cathedral is definitely a place to see if you're visiting New Orleans, Louisiana. This is Salvatore Vinciguerra. Thank you for watching this video on the St. Louis Cathedral in New Orleans, Louisiana. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe to this channel, and have a great day. Thank you.